Hello YouTube, and welcome to video 5 of me getting my 2014 Ram 3500 with the 6.7 Cummins motor replaced completely by myself with very bare minimum tools. Give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek there. She's back on the road, and I'm not in the mountains, which means I've gone on a 1,500 to 2,000 kilometer road trip, and she seems to be okay. Shouldn't maybe not giving you guys a spoiler alert, because now you might not watch this video, but hopefully you stick around to the end, and hopefully you go watch part 1, 2, 3, and 4 of this engine replacement, because I've put a lot of work into trying to make these videos, and I put a heck of a lot of work into getting this truck going again, like I said, all by myself, so I could save $17,500. The shop quoted $25,000, and I replaced this motor for about $7,500. So go watch video 1, 2, 3, and 4. This will be video 5, and just follow along. I've tried my best to do what I can to show you everything that was required with this engine swap. Bear in mind, I'm a pretty novice mechanic. Like, I've been working on cars my whole life, but I'm not a trained mechanic, and I'm a very novice YouTuber, this, that, and the other. So please don't just leave because my videos suck. There is a moral to it, I guess. So anyways, figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a little update to this video, because I really didn't record as much as I should have with this final video, which is getting the motor actually into the truck, lining up transmission, dropping the cab back down, hooking everything up, getting it running again. I recorded as much as I could, but I haven't gone through my clips yet to see what I've missed and what's actually there. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update of that. Please just keep that in mind, that I tried my best to video everything, but the truck is running again, and that is the main thing to me. All right, well, I'll give you guys a little bit of a rundown here just to explain kind of what happened in case you haven't seen it in the previous videos. This is my 2014 Ram 3500 with the 6.7 4th generation of the Cummins, and it blew the motor. This is the new motor that I put in. It's not really new, funnily enough. This motor has 320,000 K, and the truck only has 280,000 K. What happened with the truck was that so the diagnosis at the shop was that it broke a valve, and the valve fell into the motor. That was all they could tell me. They didn't tell me why or anything, so I figured out why with my own researching. That is because I had the factory exhaust on, but the truck is tuned and deleted, so it created a very high EGT and got that valve hot and broke the valve, and then also took the turbo out on the way out. Besides the motor taking a shit, the transmission also took a shit a month after I got it. This truck has been a headache, and it's crazy because I was trying to take such good care of this thing, and it's just been a little bit of a headache. But now it's pretty much brand new. I've gone through it in and out. I've done all the work myself, so I know this truck like the back of my hand, and it's just a beautiful truck, and it has a lot of power, and it does all the hauling that I need it to do. So I figured it was worth it to try my hand at doing this motor swap, and guess what? I got it done. So anyways, enough chit chat. Let's get to the important stuff, getting this motor back in. Hopefully some of you guys are actually still watching. If you are, leave a comment, say hey, what's up, and obviously subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Like this video too. Trying to get the algorithm up would be amazing, guys. So thank you so much, and yeah, let's get to it. All right guys, today is the day, and video number 5 of my Ram 3500 6.7 engine replacement. Blew the motor. New motor is ready pretty much to go in, besides the front pulleys and timing cover, which I gotta go get sealant for, but that can be done once it's in the truck. Also need to get this dowel pin for the harmonic balancer. This is the old motor, pretty much completely stripped, besides turbo and the heads and, you know, the big parts. Power steering pump, it's got to go over there. But yeah, today's the day. Use the van truck here, get this motor back in that truck. This motor needs to be moved off to the side though first, so I'm gonna move it just over there for now. And this motor is gonna be getting plopped right down into this nice big old space here. We'll see how it goes. I have the cab jacked up, as you guys saw from the last video. If you haven't watched the last video, please go watch it now. And the other 3 videos before that one as well. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna slowly get to work here. I'm gonna make sure the crane truck, van truck crane thing is still secure and tight. Maybe throw a couple extra straps on it just to be safe, because why not? And then yeah, I'm gonna move this motor just over in front of the camper here onto that block for now, just so it's nice and out of the way, so I can come in dead straight with no issues to get this motor in. And what I think I'll do is I'll back the truck up to a comfortable spot, and then I'm just going to push the truck forward, because it's easier to push this forward inch by inch than to drive that backwards inch by inch with the motor hanging off the back. So yeah, I'm going to just push this thing forward when the time comes and I need to, and hopefully that works out well for me. So here we go, guys, about to get started. I'm freaking excited. I want to drive my truck so bad. All right, guys, I have the old motor moved over out of the way. This motor is pretty much hooked up, and I'm just about ready to start lifting and lining it up here. It's going to be the scary part, because this motor weighs a lot more than that one. I mean, it doesn't weigh really any more than the motor when it was coming out, besides the fact that this motor still has the valve cover and all the fuel lines, the high pressure fuel rail, a couple other smaller things that was already taken off, some of the internals, etc. So it should be able to handle the weight. My biggest thing is I need to stop it from pivoting, because this jack pivots, and the only way I've found to be able to do that successfully is after I lift it, to put a strap right to the end here. That's the only way that I have enough leverage with the straps to stop it from wanting to pivot over. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So I don't know, I guess I'm gonna start trying to lift this thing up, and once I get it lifted, I'll move this junk out of the way, and I guess get it lined up in here as best I can. Like I said, I'm just gonna hopefully be trying to just push the truck forward. I have the jack under here this way, so it will roll. It's holding the transmission, so it should be able to roll with the truck while I'm pushing it forward, and then that way I don't run into any problems. The only thing that I'm seeing right now is the transmission is a little bit tilted. It's not straight, so I'm hoping that doesn't cause me too many issues. I might need to go get another jack and put it under the transfer case over on this side here and just try and straighten it up. I'm not exactly sure why it's so angled, but I guess I'll figure that out as we get her put in. Okay, guys, I forgot to start recording again. Oh, I should walk under this, but I need to pause that. Okay, let's go around the long way. Why do I always forget to start recording the good stuff? Okay, so got the truck lined up, motor hooked up. Now I think it's pretty much a matter of bringing my truck forward and slowly starting to line it up. I gotta get this oil pan past the cross member, then I can lower it down a little bit, so I clear this stuff up here. But yeah, I'll let you guys know, or I'm gonna just set the camera up. I don't have the tripod thing, so you guys are just gonna have to get what you get. But I don't have the chains as tight before, so there's more of a gap here, so I'm really hoping I don't run into troubles on the flywheel there. So just gonna set you guys up. Oh, okay. Oh, this truck forward. tiny bit here. All right, get up here. Hopefully, very slowly release this. Oh, fuck. There you go. As fast as I want to go. Maybe a little bit more. Can I get it? No, it's so hard to turn. Okay. Oh, this is stressful. Okay. Okay. Now, I need to jack this transmission up. Free on both sides. So this is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, go down like 2 inches if I can. It is out. I could just freaking hook on and take off. Pretty much. Going in is, yeah, the delicate procedure. Don't want to freaking screw up any of the hard work I just did. This shit's still gonna be in my way. Hey? It's okay. It's just a power cable that goes from battery. This side's, I think that side dropped in. And this side did yet. Yeah, that side dropped in. Okay. My transmission doing. There we go. All right, it's in the mount. I haven't dropped it all the way down just yet. Transmission is starting to get lined up. I need to go down a tiny bit with it as I'm coming down with the motor. This is going to cause me issues as well. The end of this balancer bar is going to get caught on the top of the heat shield. Okay, so let's transmission. fucking in, guys. There's no more weight really on this. The only thing I'm trying to deal with now is line this transmission back up. I don't know why it won't line back up nicely, but I'll get it lined up. I'm not too worried about it. Oh yeah, guys. Guys and gals, I should say. If there's any gals that watch my channel besides my mom. Yeah, when she actually gets a chance to watch. Alright, you guys, how's it going? So the motor is in, as you guys saw. And I am super excited about that. Transmission is tight and secure and on there. The dowel pin, whoa, whoa. I'm not pointing the camera at myself anymore. My hair's a mess. So next thing I'm trying to do is reroute all of this harness back behind the oil filter and up around where everything needs to go. The one plug needs to plug into the computer there, and then the rest will go into the fuse box, so it'll come here. And then yeah, I'm just gonna slowly start plugging things in and this, that, and the other. I can't start putting the front end together until I do the timing case seal. This is just on there temporarily. But yes, this is the old one. I don't have the new seal on here. This is the old one that I'm not using. So this will be coming off and getting sealant put on, getting a new dowel pin, and a couple other little things before this truck is going to be ready to get the front end put on, and then be driving again hopefully by the weekend. So stay tuned, guys. Just gonna keep plucking away. All right, guys, I'm not sure exactly where I left off at the last video, but I have been plucking away, getting this thing put back together. I know I should have set up a time lapse. I should have done something to show you guys really exactly what I was doing, but it's hard, man. And honestly, I ain't really getting any views, so there's no point in spending the extra time videoing everything for, you know. But I just want to show you guys, obviously, that it's possible, and I'm getting her done. But everything is pretty much just backwards of coming out, you know. So I've put the fuse box back in, plugged in all the wires and stuff. I've started putting on the coolant hoses. I just put the intercooler piping on, and the intercooler, more coolant hoses. The air box is sitting here ready to go. I need to get the big air tube that'll come up through here. And yeah, just kind of go over and make sure I've tightened everything, make sure that all the hoses are connected, all the plugs are connected. So that's one thing that I've found myself doing, is going and hand tightening stuff and moving on to the next thing, and hand tightening stuff and moving on. And then before you know it, I have 5-6 things that I have hand tightened and I need to go back and re-tighten, and that's just a cause for forgetting something, and I don't want to be doing that. So I've started to try and get better at just hand tighten it and then tighten and finish this off, and then on to the next thing, instead of just trying to get everything on and hand tight so it looks like it's coming together, but in reality nothing's tightened. So it all fall apart as soon as I start it. So I'm getting better at doing that and just tightening everything as I'm going through it, rather than going back over it. So another thing that I did was I got those fuel lines connected that are right behind this fuel filter here. Super hard to get to, but I got them done. And then I also changed out my oil filter before I got too far into there and got the fender liners on and this, that, and the other, and then it's just a pain in the butt. So got all that. The only thing, I can't really put the front end back on because I want a nice clear open spot to put the harmonic balancer on and tighten everything down and put the new crank sensor on and this, that, and the other. So I don't want to put the front end on just yet. I'm kind of doing pretty much everything else that I can do besides the front end for now. So yeah, figured I'd give you guys a little bit of an update here. She's coming together, she's getting close. I gotta also go over the torque converter flywheel bolts, but I'm waiting until I get the harmonic balancer on, because right now the motor is top dead center and I don't want to take it out of whack at all. So I'm waiting to do the harmonic balancer so that I don't have to worry about the motor getting out of top dead center before I put the new harmonic balancer on. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I will update you with another clip here right away as I keep getting more stuff put together, but I'm just gonna keep putting things together and showing you what I've done and just showing you it's going back together, because honestly it's so hard to video every little thing. There's 100 things to do, so if I videoed every tiny little thing, the video would be an hour long and I would get nowhere every single day. So I just need to put my head down and focus and work and get done. I really need to get those meta glasses. Maybe I could wear a GoPro headband, but it's just not the same. The headband gets annoying and I'm wearing my light as a headband right now, so I can't really do that. So I want to get those meta glasses real bad. But I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll try and do a GoPro headband video next time when I'm doing some stuff here. We'll see. Anyways, enough babbling. Let's get back to work. Alright guys, finishing up for the day. I'll be back here tomorrow because I will finally have my parts. Literally just waiting on a stupid little dowel pin. It's literally a $5 part online. Of course, $20 at the dealer. 26 to be exact. Waiting on that, an oil dipstick, and one bolt for the torque converter flywheel. And I just realized that I didn't pause my music, so hopefully that wasn't long enough for me to get a copyright. So anyways, once I get that dowel pin in, I can put the harmonic balancer on, and then literally the rest of this shit can go back on. I put the air box back on, and I actually got rid of the active air system, which for those of you who don't know what it is supposed to close this flap if it starts raining or if it's bad weather, and then it sucks the air through the fender hole. But these things apparently 90% of the time have the front flap open, so it's just sucking air from the fender, which is a very inefficient way to get nice cold air for your motor. So I actually took off both the flaps, so now both of them are open at all times, and I'll have maximum airflow coming through my air box. Another thing that I've done to the motor is I did a grid heater delete, because honestly last year I just started I was so scared of the grid heater breaking off that I'd just start the truck. I wouldn't even let the grid heater get hot, and it started perfectly fine. So I don't think I need the grid heater. I have power now because I'm not off grid, so I'll be able to plug the truck in on super cold days, so I'm not worried about that at all. But yeah guys, this thing is really coming together now. I'm so happy with myself, so proud of myself, that literally all I have to do pretty much is put the front end back together, harmonic balancer, torque converter flywheel bolts, put the drive shaft back on, and headlights and bumper, and just a bunch of little things. This is my list actually. I just did the tranny fluid change. I gotta add oil and tranny fluid and power steering fluid and coolant. I gotta get the AC refilled, put my EGT gauge in, do the torque converter flywheel bolts, drive shaft, exhaust, fuel filter under the hood, put my batteries back in, and the rads and coolers, front end, fender, liners and bumpers, tighten down the body mounts, harmonic balancer, fan belt, clean water pump pulley. And that is literally all I can think of until this thing is back up and driving. I am so excited, you guys. Like, it's gonna be like a few days now. I know I've been saying that a while, but I keep getting sidetracked and having to wait for parts or wait for this or wait for that. But as you can clearly tell, this thing's going back together. It's crazy to me to see this, and at the beginning of today, none of this was here. It's pretty much just the motor. None of this was here. None of this on the side was here. None of the intercooler piping, the intercooler. I've done so much today and I'm so happy. I'm just kind of really motivated to get this thing back on the road. So anyways guys, we'll see you in the next clip here, which will be the next day when I get my parts, and we'll get the rest of this thing back together. All right guys, howdy ho, it's the next day. And I got my dowel pin. This tiny little thing stopping me from putting the rest of my truck back together. I mean, I probably could have put it back together, but it would have been much more of a pain in the ass to get this balancer on there from underneath with everything on. So yeah, just got to put this in the hole Probably bang it in there a little bit. I'm sure I might have to clean the hole out. I guess we'll see. That needs to go in a lot farther than that. But yeah, once that's in, I'm gonna just continue putting the front end back together. And I also got a new bolt for the torque converter flywheel that I kind of screwed up in the beginning there. If you watch these videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. One of them got kind of rounded out, so I got that. Then I also got a new dipstick because I broke my dipstick pulling the motor out, the transmission dipstick. So yeah, now it's pretty much just put it back together and make sure, double check, triple check, quadruple check that I've tightened everything down properly and nicely and secure. I still need to go tighten the motor mount bolts. I've been saying this to myself like probably 10 times and I haven't done it yet. So I'm literally going to do that as soon as I put this camera down, tighten those motor mount bolts so I don't end up forgetting to do that and lose the motor on the highway somewhere. That would just be freaking cartoon-like comedy right there, but that would possibly, potentially happen, almost, kind of. Anyways, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to continue. I'm going to put this front rad cradle on after I put the harmonic balancer on, and put the belt back on, and then the fan, and then I'll do this front end, the rad cradle, and just keep piecing things back together. Put all the radiators back on. There's 2 radiators, power steering cooler, and the trans cooler is in the first radiator. And then there's some other cooler. I can't remember exactly what it is at the top of my head right now. An oil cooler, that's what it is. Yeah, so alright, I'm just gonna keep picking away. How's she going, guys? It's starting to look like a real truck again. Look at that. That's crazy. I'm literally mind blown even just looking back at it. I've had my head down just working away. I don't remember when the last time I updated you guys was, but I got the pin for the harmonic balancer, got the harmonic balancer on, and then I put the belt on, and then I put the fan on and the fan shroud. Started working at the front rad cradle, which if any of you watched my previous videos, I had to drill out the rivets, and I opted for just going for screws instead of rivets, and I'm glad I did that because I put it back together on the floor and then I realized, oh yeah, it needs to be in 2 pieces to come out of there properly. So I had to take it apart and put it back together. So rad cradle is back in, and all of the rads and coolers and this, that, and the other is all connected. This stuff, it needs to be put in its proper spot. I haven't found exactly where its proper spot is yet, so that'll need to be tucked down and rerouted. I've gone through and made sure everything is tight, or at least I'm pretty sure everything, like, it's a lot, like, look, there's a lot going on here, so I really hope I haven't forgotten anything, especially anything important. Oh, I see one thing right there already. Forgot to connect that hose over to there, or that clamp. Let's do that quick here. And then if any of you are wondering what that wire there is all spooled up, that's for my EGT gauge, so I gotta route that up here and then into my cab somewhere. But that is not super high on the priority. I'd like to see if it actually runs first, so I'll just tuck that up out of the way and then I'll end up putting that in soon. But honestly guys, like, this thing is like almost ready to start. Like, I swear, I feel like it's almost ready to start. I actually could probably start it right now that I'm thinking about it. The only thing that's really left is the exhaust. I gotta start patching together exhaust because I'm too cheap to go buy a proper exhaust for this thing. Not too cheap, but too broke. So I just bought some pieces of 4-inch pipe that I gotta weld together, but I gotta cut this end off the DPF filter so I can weld the end on there so it bolts on. And then I don't think I have enough pipe to reach to where the it goes over the axle either, so I might have to get another piece of pipe, but for now I'll just go as long as I can. Sorry for flipping the camera there. for now I'll just go as long as I can, and I will get it longer when I can. But honestly, yeah, I'm just gonna double check over everything, and then I might be able to start this thing soon. So, oh wait, big crucial thing, add fluids before trying to start it. I'll go over my list, tick off what I've done, and do what I haven't done before I even try and start it. So, all right guys, we'll see you in the next clip. Hello guys, it is a very exciting time. We are currently draining what was left of the old oil in the new motor, and we are going to start filling fluids soon. Oil, tranny fluid, coolant, power steering fluid. I got the torque converter flywheel bolts figured out. I was having trouble with them. It was binding. I couldn't spin the torque converter separately from the flywheel. It was all just turning together no matter how hard I tried. So I ended up just unbolting the transmission, and just doing that gave me enough room to be able to spin it. So I know that people are going to think and say that I didn't have the torque converter all the way back, but I am 98% sure that I have it back, because when I put it back on with the motor out, I fought with it. I pushed it in to make sure it was in as far as it went, and then just now when I dropped the transmission back a few inches, I was fighting with it really hard. I could not get it forward. So what I think happened was I didn't undo the mounts for the transmission, and I think the transmission was just binding up very tight with the motor and creating that extra friction. So I undid the transmission mount bolt so the transmission could actually move a little bit, and after doing that I was able to spin the flywheel freely. So now everything is bolted up. The flywheel, the torque converter is bolted up. Everything is tight and torqued down. The drive shaft is back on. The transmission mounts are tightened up. I'm going to go through my list right now and make sure that I have a bunch of things crossed off on there, and see exactly what else I need to do before I try and start this thing. So yeah guys, figured I'd give you guys this little update here. I'm going to be doing these fluids, and then yeah, I'm going to try and start it before I even put the front end back on or anything, because I just want to see. And then if it does start, I'll probably pull it outside so I can do the rest of the work outside, and have a little bit more space, and just give the truck some much needed fresh air and sunlight that it hasn't had for a long time. All right, I am literally as nervous can be right now. The truck is filled with fluids. I've gone over everything probably 2 or 3 dozen times just to make sure that I've gotten everything tight and secure and connected, and I really hope I didn't forget anything. So we're gonna see, I guess. I've gone off my list. The only thing that I haven't done is fill the AC, which is fine. My EGT gauge, which I'll do outside. The exhaust, I just put the batteries in, and that is it. And then the front end, which I'm gonna do outside once I get it out here, so I can just enjoy the fresh air, the smoky air, I mean, and the truck can get some much needed sunlight, maybe a wash, and get put back together and get the EGT gauge put in, etc. So anyways guys, here we go. Let's try and start her. All right, gonna try and start her again. First time forgot to hit record, but it didn't start anyways because the fuel filter line wasn't on all the way and was just squirting fuel. So take 2, take 1 for you guys. Let's try this out. Alright guys, let's try this again. Oh.
I heard that squirt.
Squirting already still.
Okay,
Okay, take 3. the cap for the oil filter housing wasn't all the way tight. Alright, that was the cap for the oil filter housing, wasn't all the way tight. Oh my god, how many more is this gonna be? Let's try this again.
What do you think is up with that?
I don't know. Is it dripping still?
Yep, pouring out. Yep, literally pouring out. Okay, can I go?
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Hey, you're good? Oh shit, okay, what is that? Oh my.
Ready?
Yeah, that was loose.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. What was it?
The fuel line that goes into the high pressure system.
Okay.
Are we still recording? God damn
Yeah.
it, you saw all of that. Ah, for fuck's sakes. Okay, take 4. Or 5 or whatever the fuck it is. Okay! What a truth. You guys! She's fucking running, you guys. Sounds real good. Holy shit. Okay, let's pull this thing out. Power steering.
Okay. What's this power steering?
All right, guys, it's the next day and it's an exciting day because I'll finally get to drive my Ram. Look at it, it looks like a real truck again. This morning I put the bumper, grill, and headlights back on. I've yet to do the fender liners yet because I have some rock lights I want to put in as I'm doing that. Add some horsepower, you know. For right now, I'm going to be working on the exhaust. And what I've actually decided to do because I don't have enough piping, and I don't want a little bit of pipe to leave me stranded or like not be able to get this thing going today, is I'm gonna use the stock DPF filter because it's hollowed out, like there's nothing in it. But I'm gonna drill a couple holes in the bottom so any oil that does accumulate in there can drain out, and I'll see it dripping if there's a problem. So that's gonna be part of my exhaust. And then I have 2 pieces of stainless here that I'm gonna weld together. They're separate pieces right now, so I'm gonna weld these together, and then I'll measure exactly what I need, and I'll cut a little bit off one of the ends of these, and then I'm going to weld the flange from the SCR filter, which is outside, onto this pipe so I can bolt it right on to the DPF filter, and then I'll just need to weld the other end onto the part that goes over the axle, and then that'll be it for the exhaust. So yeah, wish me luck here. I'm gonna try my hand at this. I'm not a very good welder at all. It's probably gonna be very janky, but this is just temporary until I have the money to go buy like a nice aftermarket exhaust for this thing. So yeah, just to get me going. I filled up the tranny fluid today more. It seems to be good. Started it again. Seems to run good. It's very smoky. Well, not smoky really, but it's stinky because I think it's because this motor's never been deleted, and now it is deleted, so it's a little bit stinky now. But I'm gonna go take it on a ride to town after I do the exhaust, change my wheel, and just go over everything one more time, and we'll see how that goes today. Well guys, I finished up my exhaust. Sounds awesome. Gonna take it for a first test drive now. See how it goes. Well guys, as you can see, the test drive went good. I'm about 1,500 kilometers away from home, maybe 2,000 actually, and the truck is running mint. The first few test drives there was some little issues with my torque converter bolts backed off. I ended up tightening them down, and I have now new ones in case they back off again. I'm just going to take those ones right out and put the new ones in and make sure they're tight, because my mistake was I didn't Loctite them and I put them in, which I know was a big mistake. So at least I have my spare ones now. Another thing was my injector plug. Just a couple of things were like loose under the hood that I forgot to tighten up. So those are all tightened up. My exhaust is pretty janky, but it works for now until I get an aftermarket exhaust. And other than that, the truck has been absolutely fantastic again. So excited to have my baby back. So excited to be driving it again. It sounds amazing, drives amazing, and yeah guys, I'm just happy to have her back, and I'm happy to be making these videos for anyone that wanted to kind of follow along and try and do it themselves, or to get inspiration to finish their project or finish their truck. I really appreciate everyone and anyone who has followed along throughout the series, or anyone that sees this video and goes back and watches my other videos in this playlist. Please, if you want to take the time to do that, or if you even want to just leave your TV or iPad going through the night playing my videos, I could appreciate the watch hours quite a lot. So yeah everybody, I really appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and we will see you in the next videos. The next videos might be to do with quadding, but I also have quite a lot of projects to do around the yard. So yeah, stay tuned. Peace.